Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel Kotzen, and I'm Dennis. Today what I'm going to do is show you how to set up a Cloudflare DNS server with Quic.cloud CDN. Now I've done a video previously talking about Quic.cloud and how it's integrated with, like if you use the control panel cyber panel and their server light speed or open light speed. This is just a complement, and they're all, and like the word cache or Lightspeed word cache, it's all integrated together and is designed for a better experience, faster website and all that. Well, here's the thing: is like if you got your name registered on namecheap.com, GoDaddy stuff, it's real easy to get going on Quic.cloud using their DNS server and also using their CDN. But like me, I changed over everything to Cloudflare just recently, just transferred all my names and then bought some more. And so Cloudflare is now my register host. And one thing about Cloudflare is their free version that I'm on do not allow you to change their DNS servers. So, which to me is a good thing. Like the DNS server that being on Cloudflare, that's why I'm there, because it's very quick. One of the quickest on the market. And but I also know that if I want to use Cloudflare, they got a thing similar to Quic.cloud, which is called Cloudflare APO, and I'm gonna show you. The only thing it is with Cloudflare, you got to download a plugin and then you got to install it, and it costs, if you're on the free plan, $5 per month. I'm going to go ahead and move me out this, and then we're going to talk more about it. Now, as you can tell, I'm on Cloudflare now, their website, and we're talking about the APO. And of course, here's where it's show you for the free plan, it's going to cost you $5 a month. And that's fine too. I might try this out just to see what it do and go from there with you. But that is what it's going to cost if you want to try to get their APO on that. But what we're going to do, we're going to still use Cloudflare DNS server because it's so quick, but we're going to use Quic.cloud CDN to cache both our dynamic and our static content. In order for you to cache any static content, dynamic content with Cloudflare, you would have to download their APO plugin and pay $5 a month. So what we're going to do, we're going to bypass that, use their DNS server, which is one of the fastest in the market, and go ahead and hook it up with, since we got CyberPanel, at least I do. If you don't have CyberPanel, it'll still be a good thing for you to use, but I got CyberPanel and I got also Open Lightspeed and Lightspeed Cache. So this is just a complement. As you can tell, I'm on my website, CyberPanel XYZ, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to click I'm already in the developer development tab. So what I'm going to do is click it, and I'm going to show you what it's doing. Okay, it's just basically coming down, and when I click CyberPanel, as you could tell, it's being cached by Cloudflare, and also let me go on down, and you can see here it's well, it's missed it on this cache there because I just cleared out of class, but my server is Cloudflare accepting, and I could redo this and see what it does, see if it hits it this time. Let me see, CyberPanel. Yep, it hit it. And reason it's showing, and I'm going to talk to you about that in another video, but it's showing private. That's because I'm already logged into my back of my website, and you don't want it to cache certain things that could show people out in the public, so it caches it private. But as you can tell, we're using Cloudflare, but we're going to change this for our static and our dynamic content. So what we need to do is first go into the website you want. In my case, I'm going into CyberPanel XYZ. I'm already entered into it, but don't forget to do your /WordPress or WP-ADIM and click enter your credentials, and it'll bring you to a place similar to mine. And then what I want to do is just go ahead and click my dashboard, and it'll bring me to my back end of my panel or my WordPress site. And as you can tell, there is your Lightspeed cache, where we're going to click that, and we're going to go into there. And we're going to go to general. And once we get into general, y'all, what I do, and it's similar to the one I done earlier. So, now we're not going to change our DNS server. We're going to leave it with Cloudflare, because Cloudflare got one of the fastest DNS servers, or DNS resolver. But we're going to request a domain key for the website we got, and for, let me see, click. And now, since we requested, it's going to take a few seconds in order for it to generate this key. And then once it do, we're going to click this. It'll be yellow, I believe, before we do, and then we'll link it up to Quic.cloud. So I'm just waiting for approval, and as soon as we get through, we can refresh. It shouldn't take but a few seconds. There we go. As you can tell, I got my key. Now I need to link it to Quic.cloud. So click Quic.cloud. Go ahead and sign in. If you haven't already got an account with Quic.cloud, make an account and go ahead and sign in. I've already got an account, so I'm going to log in. Now, once I log in, it brings me right back to my page. And now I want to go and click Visit My Dashboard with Quic.cloud. All right, y'all. What we need to do, we need to get this CDN enabled so we can start caching. So what I need you to do is go up here and click CDN. It'll bring you to this page. And now what we need to do in order to enable the CDN, we got to fix a couple of small things. And it says the setting tabs here, CDN is not enabled for the Lightspeed Cache WordPress plugin. And everything you will do for this is actually we'll be doing through the WordPress. So what we need to do is just go to this setting tab, click it, and it brings you in here, and it tells you about your Lightspeed plugin settings. You have to do that. You can actually go to it if you don't, or you could click this button. It'll take you right, give you to how you do this. But I've already got, like I said, it's open. We got the key generated, everything. So I'm back into WordPress, and we go below that to CDN. Now here's the thing: we got everything now. Now we just need to enable the Quic.cloud CDN. Now, do not enable this. Now, I'm going to do a video later showing you when we do need to enable the CDN mapping, but right now we do not need to enable that. And what we need to do is go and get an API code for Cloudflare and our key for Cloudflare token, and we go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and click on. Leave this off, of course, go down, and what we need to do is click this as on. We need to go and get a global API key. So let's go to Cloudflare. Okay, I'm going to go into cyberpanel.xyz. You go in which one does it for you. Now what I need y'all to do is go up here to this little man icon, and when you click it, go to My Profile. When you get into My Profile, you'll look over to your left and you'll see API tokens. Go ahead and click it. It'll bring you to this page, and what I need you to do is do a global API key. And let's see, let's just go ahead and hit View. It's going to ask for my passcode. I'm human, so we got to do this. So, kind of gets old, but I understand why. So we just click all of this and verify. There we go. All right, y'all, this screen right here I'll pick up, and when you do, you just click this. It's got your API key right there, so click it to copy. And then we're just going to take it back to where we were and put it in. And once you get it copied, go back over to your WordPress website, course, this is where we was. You remember we're into the CDN version, or under their little tab of Lightspeed Cache. And we're at Cloudflare API, which is down at the bottom. Don't forget to turn it on and post your global key right here. And when you get through, just go to the email that's set up under it and your domain name that you're going to try to set up. It says you don't have to do the whole thing. I'm just going to do the whole thing and click Save Changes. All right, so now everything is saved, and what we need to do is go back over to Cloudflare, and let's go back up to CDN, and now, as you can tell, it's highlighted where we are able to enable the CDN, or able to click it. So I'm just going to click Enable CDN, and now it's wanting to ask me, do I want this? And in my previous video, that is the one I've already set up, and I can show you how to do that. Just watch the previous video where you use Quic.cloud DNS Server plus their CDN. But today what we're going to do, we're just going to use their CDN for dynamic and static contents and use Cloudflare DNS servers. Cloudflare got real good DNS servers, so you know they're very quick, one of the fastest on the market. So, but we're going to just go ahead and click I want to use CNAME and confirm my choice. Now it's going to give us this CNAME record. We got to end up putting back over to Cloudflare in order for it to understand what we need. So just highlight it. Let me see, there we go, and copy. Go back over to your, and we got to go to DNS. And once you get over to your DNS, where when you click back and you go to your DNS, it'll bring you to this page. Of course, we're just going to add a record. And what we're going to do, we're going to add a CNAME. And I'm going to talk to you more about this CNAME, and it's going to be CNAME flattening, because that's what it requires. And I'm actually going to do a video explaining what CNAME flattening is too, so I can tell you more about that. So let's go ahead and click Add Record. And when you click Add Record, of course, you know we're going to change this, and we're going to put that as CNAME. And we're going to put the root right there, and then on this, and we'll put that one that we just copied. So let's get that done. Let's go change this to CNAME. We're going to use the @ symbol for the root, and the target, we're going to paste in what we copied earlier. So now it's just saying that CyberPanel XYZ is an alias of this quicns.com, and we need to take the proxy off and hit save. So make sure you go from yellow to gray and click save. See, it's telling me down at the bottom that it does got already an A name. The reason it's conflicting is because it's using CNAME flattening, and I'm going to explain that to you. Okay, y'all, what we're going to do, we're going to delete this A name record out and everything because we don't need it. So just come over here and click delete, and let's get it taken out. Once you get it out and everything, and of course this we should already have that and saved. I think it is. It says DNS only. That's what we want. We go back over to Cloudflare there, or back over to Quic.cloud, and then we're going to click continue. And then of course we're going to talk about this CNAME flattening in a future video. Hit continue, and now as you see, it is showing us some certain things that we need to do to get things taken care of. We need to verify DNS and all that, and then we're going to have to assign a certificate to it, which it'll automatically do. So down there at the bottom also, when we get through static content, we're going to click that for yes, and dynamic content's already on too. So but let's go ahead and fix whatever the problem is. We're going to go ahead and click refresh, and it might take a few minutes before it verifies. As you can tell, it says DNS verification in progress. And now it's in queue, so it's trying to verify the DNS. It should just take a few seconds or a few minutes at the latest, and then we'll get going again. Okay, y'all, as you can tell, it's already the DNS been verified, and the verification status is okay. It says we're currently using CNAME, which is CNAME flattening. That's what Cloudflare does with their CNAME. So now we can go back over to, let me see, overview, and it still says missing an SSL certificate. So what it will do, it'll self-generate its own SSL certificate for this. So let's just click it. And it says that during the process, it could take up to 20 minutes in order for it to get. It said it will generate one in 6 minutes. All right, y'all see it's already created our SSL certificate. And that's one thing, Quic.cloud is just like kind of, we use their CDN. You can actually use their DNS, but in our case, we're going to stay with Cloudflare because they've got a real good DNS resolver, very quick. And Quic.cloud maintains our certificate for us through Let's Encrypt, and they will automatically renew it in 74 days. Of course, this has been, so we got all of that. So let's go back over to our WordPress. I'm going to log out. And I'm going to go back to our home page of CyberPanel XYZ. I'm going to open up the tool of the developer tools. And when I run this again, I don't know if it's, but we're going to see if it's actually showing it's running off of the Quic.cloud instead of CyberPanel. And as you could tell, let me see, we're under the CyberPanel XYZ. And let me scroll down. Let me see, oh yeah, okay, there we go. Pause. Okay, y'all, now we see that we got our CDN in use, and it's been DNS verified, so we're going to stay with Cloudflare DNS because they got a very fast DNS resolver, and it's one of the best on the market. And of course, Quic.cloud auto issued our SSL through Let's Encrypt, and they will auto renew it within certain time frame. So what we need to do is go back to whatever your website name it was. In my case, it was cyberpanel.xyz. I'm going to go up here to developer and go to developer tools. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and refresh this, and you'll see a list of pages popping up. I'm going to click the first one, and this first one is cyberpanel.xyz. Of course, you see the status is 200. It's good. So we're going to click it, and we're going to go down to Lightspeed server. You remember earlier it was showing Cloudflare because Cloudflare was the server that was serving all of our content and that we were using. Now it's Lightspeed, and if you look at this particular, hold on. Okay, everyone, you see that we got our CDN in use. Our DNS has been verified, and of course we're using Cloudflare DNS. It's one of the fastest on the market, and it is free. And so we're going to continue to use Cloudflare. And Quic.cloud is very similar to Cloudflare. That is going to auto install our SSL certificate, and it will renew it for us automatically. So go to your website, and of course, my case is going to be cyberpanel.xyz. But you go to whichever one you want, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and go to my developer tools, and I'm going to click this refresh button, and we're going to check and see if it's running off of Cloudflare. You know, when we checked this earlier, it was Cloudflare was the server it was running off of, and the cache kit and everything was Cloudflare. Now we need to see if we done it correctly. It should be running off of Quic.cloud. So I'm going to go over to this first one, cyberpanel.xyz, and your first one should be whatever your domain name is, and click it. And of course, it will bring you into this header. That's one we want to go under. And you can see the code is 200, which means everything is looking good. And if you look at this remote address, and one thing about it, and I will show you on DNS, what's my DNS, is that Cloudflare usually got two DNS names or IP addresses, like 107 something, and there's another one. Now I have noticed that Quic.cloud got several IP addresses for whatever different areas of the world that they're in. But look here. What was showing server was Cloudflare earlier. Now we're showing it to be Lightspeed. And look at the bottom. It shows that we're using Quic.cloud cache and a hit. Now that tells me when it says hit that it is actually caching from the end part of the Cloudflare. If it didn't, it would say miss. And if you look at this, it actually tells us Cloudflare POP. That means point of presence. And this varies in wherever it did, but at this particular time when we clicked it and updated it, it came from the United States, Orlando. So it will change different things from wherever the people's at around the world. It even changes from my perspective. Let's see if it changed this time. Nope, still saying Orlando. But as you could tell that we got everything set up properly. Now we're using Cloudflare DNS and Quic.cloud's or CDN. When their CDN does both dynamic and static content.